back, ladies and gentlemen, to Three-Sided Box. Here we're doing more Prediction Center. Week 13. Again, Johnny's not with us, unfortunately. More school. It's that time of year of finals. But he'll be back hopefully next week, if not for sure the week after. So yeah, we'll be giving his picks for the next for this week again. What was your record this week, Michael?
I went a really good 10-5. I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice. Johnny went 9-6, not too bad, and I also went 9-6 this week. So I think
we all had a pretty good week.
Yeah, I think we've definitely improved.
Redeemed ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, last week we did pretty well, but definite improvement over the last 5-6 weeks. So
yeah, definitely.
With that being said, we're gonna jump in straight to the picks. The Thursday game, divisional matchup, NFC North, Packers at Lions. Bit of a tough one. What do you have?
You know, like you said, this is a tough one, but I'm actually going to go on a little bit of an upset pick and pick the Lions.
Wow.
I really, really like what they're doing. They're finally, I mean, this team, they're not the worst, talented team in the league. They're probably top 10 talented team in the league. Are definitely top 15. Okay, they're above average.
Yeah.
And they've been really stinking it up the whole season until the past 3-4 weeks where they've been playing really well, and they showed it last week. Unfortunately for you, you had to witness that. But they're playing, they're getting hot, and they're finally gelling and coming together, playing for their jobs.
Yeah.
So I really like that urgency within the team. So I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one.
Well, in a surprising shock, I just read it. Johnny picked them too.
Oh, wow.
I didn't look at his text, all of his picks until right now. So yeah, Johnny's on the Lions. For me, I'm obviously extremely bitter from what happened last week in Detroit.
Another debacle.
I don't understand what's going on with my team.
Another message Eagles fans? Or?
I would, but I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not the Eagles fans. We're one. We're together. It's the Philadelphia Eagles football team, club, whatever. I don't even care anymore. I bleed green. But anyways, back to this game. Packers have been very disappointing.
Yep.
Lions are surprising people, but it's in Detroit.
Packers back for playoff spot.
I did say Packers aren't making the playoffs. Did I say they're not winning the division? Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm picking Lions. All three of us are repping the blue and silver this week. Kind of hoping the Packers win just because I don't like the Lions, obviously, but we'll see what happens, and on to the next one.
All right, so for our first game on the Sunday schedule, we got the Battle of New York. The Jets coming to New York to play the Giants.
Wow.
It's pretty much a home game for both, but I know one of your divisional teams is in this, playing for your division.
Yeah.
So please keep the bias out of it and choose your pick.
I'm going Jets.
That's
Jets, Jets. I bleed green for my Eagles, but green. I don't judge people on their colors. So, but I do love green.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Green Ranger, Green Eagles, Jets for me. You?
You pretty much gave a really simple answer, but
Jets. Not even going to football.
The Giants just came off an awful loss to the surprising, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the division leaders, the Washington Redskins, are gonna make the playoffs as of right now. What kind of a joke is this?
Relax. There's a lot of football that's played.
The Giants are playing the Jets, and the Jets are the better team, and they destroyed the Dolphins last week.
They did.
I am going with the Jets on this one. Who did Johnny?
Johnny has got the Giants.
Oh my god.
Because he believes in Manning, and I think he's out of his mind.
Yeah, I think he's out of his mind.
But whatever, it's his choice, it's his pick, it's his loss, potential gain. It is a tough one, but I'm gonna say this also: I need the Jets to win.
They do.
I need them to win. So there's that reason why I'm putting all my eggs into one basket, if you will. So yeah, Jets, Johnny, Giants, because of Manning, whatever. Let's see what happens next game. So for the second game of the Sunday schedule, on Fox 1 o'clock, the Cardinals are riding in to St. Louis, face off against the Rams, divisional matchup, NFC West. What do you have?
If this was early in the season, I'd probably pick the Rams because they could only win within their division, but they're really going on a bit of a cold streak.
I'd say even then.
Even then.
It's the Cards, you know.
The Cards. Honestly, I've been very impressed by them. If they're just such a well-rounded team, so I'm just gonna go with the Cards. To win this one.
I think Nick Foles is actually starting this week. I'm not 100%.
Honestly, it doesn't matter.
But
it doesn't matter.
well, he's a better whatever.
Case Keenum.
Who there's a whole case about his concussion. A bunch of C's and K's and whatever. Johnny's got the Cards. Obviously, he loves Bruce Arians.
Who can't love?
Yeah, great coach. I'm gonna go with the Cards too. I don't think there's much to say.
Obvious picks.
So the Rams could pull an upset. I guess they're at home. It's a divisional game. They do tend to win against their division. But the Cards are riding in hot. They know that playoffs are on the way. Seahawks are down, but definitely not out. Niners.
Time to run away with the division.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to run away with it.
So Niners are far from what we expected. Rams are pretty much what we expected. Cards all across the board. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so next up we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing off against the Atlanta Falcons. Who do you got?
It's in Tampa, and the Bucs. I don't even know. I mean, you light up 45 points in front of my own eyes. A week before, you could barely put 10 against the Cowboys, and then a week later, you lose to who?
The Colts.
The Colts. To Johnny's Colts, who I picked the Colts to win, but come on.
Yeah.
In that easy event versus an 80-year-old quarterback, really? Get out of here. What a load of bull. Ugh, excuse my language. So, you know what? Falcons are terrible. Bucs are terrible. I don't know who's going to win this one. It's a hard matchup. It's in Tampa. I'm going to say Falcons. I say they get a W and
stay in the playoff race.
Hopefully, yeah. So I'm going Falcons.
I really disagree with you. Falcons are really running a low. We haven't heard Devontae Freeman's name in I don't know how many weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this team is really blowing some games away. I mean, they're just throwing wins out the window. So I'm gonna go with the Bucs. I really like their young team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're gonna come out and play well for some playoff implication, I guess, game.
Could be.
Yeah, definitely. Who does Johnny have?
Johnny's got the Bucs as well.
Oh wow.
Everyone's against me. Both
keep your bias out.
Both teams. I don't even. The Eagles are almost. I mean, we're not out. We're far from it, but we're so close to being out that it's going to the point where I'm sorry not to care. I'm going into full mode Ottawa Senators, ish, because they're playing really well. I'm gonna stick with my thing, but look, the Falcons beat us week 1. I wasn't there. We were at a Breaking Benjamin concert, which was the best concert I've been to in a very long time. And then we went to the Bucs and they torched us.
Just stay home. Just stay at home.
I should have stayed at home. I should have stayed at home. Anyways, Falcons, Bucs. Johnny's got Bucs. See what happens next game. So for our next one, the Seahawks riding into Minnesota to play against the Vikings. Who do you have, Michael?
It's a really tough one.
It is.
Vikings are surprisingly the division leader in the NFC North. Playing some good football. Seahawks came off a really emotional win against the Steelers. But I'm going to roll with the Seahawks on this one. I chose them to be the Super Bowl champs. And my second Super Bowl champions pick midway through the season.
Yeah.
And I think this will definitely boost them if they win this game, and I believe that they have more experience in these types of games, and they have the resilience to win even if they're losing.
Okay. So, Johnny definitely agrees with you. He's definitely riding
Seahawks bandwagon.
yeah, he's somewhere in Seattle in his mind, I guess, for this game. For me, it's a tough one. I don't like the Vikings. I do not like the Seahawks. But I dislike the Vikings more. I definitely respect the Seahawks more. It's in Minnesota, but that Minnesota offense, man, it's either horrible or it's really
I think
good.
Bridgewater's just gonna not know where any of the blitzes are coming from. I think he's too young.
I think Cam Chancellor shuts him out. Not shuts him out in the sense for no points, but shuts him down. Seahawks win. All 3 Seahawks. We'll see what happens next game.
All right, so next up on the Sunday schedule, we got the San Francisco 49ers coming into your great city of
Chicago.
Chicago. Playing the Bears. Who do you got?
Honestly, really, the Bears are riding a 3-game winning streak. The Niners are
Horrible.
I mean, does Blaine Gabbert, does he know what football is?
Well, you know what? He's been playing some pretty good football against some pretty quality competition. But you know what? That team is just so inept.
Yeah.
In so many different ways.
Obviously, I love the city of Chicago. They're riding hot. I'm gonna say Bears win easily. You?
I tend to agree. I like what the Bears are doing. They. I expected a tough game for the Packers last game, but I really expected them to win. Man, that Bears D just stood tall in that goal line stand. It really impressed me.
Yeah.
It showed that they believe in their coach John Fox. They believe in Adam Gase, their offensive coordinator. They got a really, really good young running back in Jeremy Langford, Michigan State product.
Michigan State Spartans.
I do not like. I'm an Ohio State fan, so I'm hoping for chaos. Anyways. But yeah, they're a good team. They're riding high, and I think that, like you said, they're gonna hand the Niners a loss pretty easily. Who does Johnny got?
Johnny's got the Niners.
What?
And a bold prediction, unless it was a typo. I don't know how you misspelled Bears with 49ers. But yeah, he's I don't know. Maybe he thinks that Golden State Warrior crap.
No, they're in Oakland.
Whatever is. Anyways, he's on the Niners. That's all I gotta say. I don't even know why. I can't give an explanation. So
there's nothing to explain.
Yeah.
You can't explain it. Something just indescribable.
We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, go Hawks. Go Bears. Go Cubs. Go Sox. Go Bulls.
No, go Bears.
Next game. Ladies and gentlemen, the first irrelevant bowl of the week has fallen upon us. A AFC South matchup, Johnny's divisional rivals, the Jaguars running into Nashville, Tennessee to play the almighty Titans. Who do you have?
Wow, this is kind of a tough one actually, based off how bad the teams are.
Well, Titans gave you a bit of a run for your money.
Look. They gave us a run for our money because Bill Musgrave, our offensive coordinator, decided to run the ball for literally a whole quarter and a half. If we passed the ball, that game would have been a blowout.
It's funny how when Ohio State does that, you're saying the opposite.
No, it's not. Anyways.
But
with that being said, I'm gonna go with the Jags. Screw it. I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Okay.
I think that they're the much more, I guess, stable team, better team right now, and they have both great wide receivers in Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns. So I think they're gonna beat the Titans 2 times this season.
Okay. Well, Johnny says yes to the Jaguars too. He knows them well.
Yeah.
So he's going with his gut with that. So he's on the Jags. Me, I'm gonna stick with Mariota, and I picked the Jags last week to win for the first time in my life, and they lost. So
never again.
They're already written out in my books. Titans, I think, are a team that the next 5-6 years could be a real threat.
Definitely.
And although Mariota threw some really bad picks against the Raiders, I think it was more miscommunication on the plays than just like poor throws.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna say Titans. I love Mariota. I think he could do a lot. The Jags don't really have much of a defense. As a team overall, they're kind of in shambles. They've been for over almost 2 decades now. Titans have a taste of success at some point in their franchise. So yeah, I'm going to Titans. This guy and Johnny have the Jags. Let's see what happens next game.
All right, so next up we got the Houston Texans coming into Buffalo to play the Bills. Who do you get?
It's a tough one.
Kind of.
Ish. Texans have been a bit hot lately. Bills have been up and down like they always do at this time of year. But I'm going to go with my boy Shady McCoy. I think he's still the best back in football. Breaks my heart to see him in those colors because I hate them. But I'm going to say Bills take it. I think that quarterback controversy, if you want to call it that, even though it's kind of settled now, I don't think TJ Yates is that great. I think Rex Ryan, although his defense definitely settled down as the season has progressed, I think they'll have enough to stop him. I say Bills. You?
You know, it's a bit of a tough one, but Texans are riding high. They're riding high, and I'm going to go with the hotter team.
Okay.
In the Texans, I think J.J. Watt's coming along in the last half of the season.
Yep.
Hopkins is playing, he's becoming top 5 receiver in the league this season.
Playing that way, but I don't know if he's becoming it.
He still has a lot of potential. The guy's a really good receiver.
Yeah.
Big guy, big hands.
Big guy.
Exactly. Right back. Rules.
Yeah.
Just like Hopkins rules. Go Texans.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is the red, white, and blue game. Red, white, and blue bowl. And Johnny's got the Bills too. He agrees with me. I think he thinks that defense is a lot better than that offense. And I think the Shady McCoy factor is going to be a big one. So we'll see what happens. Texans, me and Johnny got Bills. Next game. So ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our second, potentially third irrelevant bowl in a row this week. The Baltimore Ravens are riding into Miami to face the Dolphins. Very weird and tough one. What-ish? What do you have?
I really don't know, to be honest. This is a really weird game. Flip a coin, pick one, and that's pretty much the game.
Yeah.
So if I had to flip a coin, and if I hoped it landed on something, I really hoped it would be the Baltimore Ravens side. So I'm going to go with Baltimore based off that.
All right. Okay. Johnny's got the Dolphins this week. They've... I don't know if consistent is the word, but I think they're kind of the safer pick with this one.
Because
I guess. The Ravens have been, completely garbage this year, and the Dolphins, we didn't expect them to be this bad, but we expect them to be bad. But they did get a couple big wins versus the Eagles and a couple other teams.
Texans.
So Johnny's on the Dolphins. I'm gonna say Dolphins too. I swore off the Ravens. Last week I gave them the win just because they were playing the Browns, and look at how that turned out. Only the Browns can
We're going to get into that later.
Like that, so it's the next one. So yeah, I'm on the Dolphins. I don't think the Ravens have enough, especially without Flacco. I definitely don't see that team being much of a threat. No Forsett, no Flacco. I don't think they got anything going. So me and Johnny Dolphins, you're on the Ravens. We'll see what happens. That's what we make these picks for. Next game.
Alright, so next up we got the Bengals coming into Cleveland to play the awful Cleveland Browns. Is it really... Do you even need a pick?
Bengals.
That's it? Just Bengals? Bengals, because I think the Browns are the only team in NFL history to lose a game lining up to win the game.
Yeah, well, not the only team, but they're definitely
one of
select few.
That is the most Browns way to lose a game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Well, Johnny's got the Bengals too. I don't think it's much of a conversation. Let's just keep moving on. Next game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached one of our team's matchups this week. The Kansas City Chiefs are riding into Oakland to face the Raiders.
Oaktown.
Whatever. He can't pick. It's our rule. Doesn't matter. I'll start off with Johnny's pick. He's got the Raiders. He keeps giving you guys wins. I don't get why.
Even here, I wouldn't like. The Chiefs are just a really good team, man.
Well, look. You guys won yesterday, and I said you guys are not getting more than 4 wins this year. I misread the prophecy in my mind. It was actually 5.
Oh.
It was 5 wins. So I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm believing in my boy J-Mac, who is playing amazing.
That whole team, man, they're playing really good.
Yes, they stepped up to the plate.
Definitely.
Since
5 in a row.
Yeah,
5 in a row.
Jamal Charles went down. They were stumbling a bit at the beginning, but they stepped up. Andy Reid adjusted, and that's why he's the greatest coach in the NFL, because he can lose his best player and still be one of the best teams in the league.
I think Bill Belichick got something to say about that.
He's my boy. I'm sticking with the Chiefs, and the Raiders suck. Next game.
All right, so next up we got the Denver Lucky Broncos going into San Diego to play the Chargers. What do you got?
It's kind of an easy one again.
Yeah,
Divisional matchup. Your whole division is playing against each other this week, which is I think you're the only division that's doing that. The NFC South is doing it as well this week.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna say Broncos. I don't think it's much of a challenge. The Chargers have been terrible this year. Although Phillip Rivers has been up and down, they definitely don't have enough to beat the Broncos, who are coming off a huge high in beating the Patriots. C.J. Anderson has proved that he's pretty legit. Osweiler is proving that he's pretty solid. That defense is amazing. Broncos win. You?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos, but I've wanted to question about that win. That win was given, and I don't care.
Yeah, I saw
Bronco fans are gonna say every team gets calls. No, they don't. No, they don't. Not like that.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I saw a picture the other day. Well, the other day, right after the game, and it shows a bunch of Patriots fans whining about the refs' calls, and then it showed a picture of the Snow Bowl.
Yeah, tuck rule.
Tuck rule. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Patriots. If memory serves me correctly, I do believe that the Patriots got a lot of calls at that time in their era.
Of course.
And now I just look. The NFL likes their favorite teams to win.
Listen.
And I'm not saying that.
Two wrongs make a right.
Look, the Broncos. It's not that they didn't deserve the win. It's just the refs definitely helped them out with some soft calls. Regardless, Broncos. Johnny has also picked the Broncos because anywhere there's a Manning, he's got to give them a win. Even though he's not playing, I'm pretty sure Manning's still out.
Yeah, he is.
Osweiler's playing good enough. So, 3 Broncos. Let's see what happens. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have America's Game of the Week. Definitely not my Game of the Week.
No.
My Eagles walking into
Foxborough.
a slaughterhouse in Foxborough. Eagles at Patriots. Obviously, I can't pick. It's our rule. Go ahead, I guess.
I mean, no offense, but you guys lost 45 to the Bucks and the Lions, who aren't necessarily the greatest teams, but and you're going into the Patriots, who just came off a complete, as we mentioned, very, very BS loss to the Broncos, who, there's a lot of animosity there and potential to meet in the AFC Championship game. And the worst Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to face is an angry Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So it's really not boding well for your team. Patriots. And Johnny's got the Patriots, so, there's really no question about this who's going to win the game.
Sam Bradford is back. If that means anything.
That means absolutely
and Gronk is out.
That has some influence, but instead of it being 49 to 3, it's going to be 35 to 3. So it doesn't matter.
We're going to get 3. We'll score a touchdown. Season's over though if we lose pretty much. So we're at 8 losses if we do. So
Pats all the way. Let's see what happens.
Let's hope for the Eagles.
No.
Next game.
All right. So for our last midday game, I guess, 4 o'clock games, we got the Carolina Panthers going into New Orleans in the Big Easy to play the Saints. Who do you got?
Panthers, man. Every time you say they're due for a loss, they just get another easy win.
Yeah, that's true. They have a pretty easy schedule this year.
They had a couple rough games that they toughed out and won, like in Seattle and at Lambeau.
And your guys.
And us, which was, I think their last formidable foe, which is not saying much. I'm going to say Panthers because they're the obvious pick, but I'm going to say this. If there's an upset, it's this week. Saints could beat the Panthers. I think they're trying to say that they're humble. There's no way Cam Newton is humble. Not a chance. Maybe the rest of the team is. There's not a chance. This guy's thinking endorsement deals and Super Bowls and girls and probably cocaine. I don't know what he's thinking about. But the Panthers are probably going to win. 99% chance. But there's that 1% chance that the Saints do take it this week. So that's my pick.
Yeah, Panthers win. They just have a really... I know it's the Cowboys, but... Luke Kuechly is just a monster. This guy is... I don't know how this guy...
Oh, he took out Romo, which is... I said, I don't like injuries.
He did you guys a favor.
Not really, but... I don't think he would have done it. He threw 3 INTs before he went out, so
sure.
Romo was being Romo. Let's just be honest for a second. Then Romo's body decided to act like Romo's body and stop working. So...
Yeah, but still, Kuechly is... I don't know how the people on NFL.com are picking Watt over Kuechly for defensive player of the year. This guy is a monster. You ask him to do whatever, and he will do a tackle. Go into coverage.
Watt's a celebrity, that's why.
He's so
good.
No, but Watt's good too. It's just he's playing better. Anyways, Panthers. Johnny had the Panthers. I'm pretty sure you got the Panthers.
Yeah, he's got the Panthers.
We all got the Panthers. See what happens next game.
So for the Sunday nighter of Week 13, Johnny's Colts are riding into Steel Town to face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you have, Michael?